morning YouTube, it is Friday, week 1 of my 3-week training block. Today is intensity day, big day for me, important day for me. Let's have a look what I do. What's happening guys? I hope you're well. Friday morning now. Just do a bit of multitasking because I gotta go to the swim. It's a big day today. I'm a bit nervous, a bit positive excitement for the swim especially because it means something, so you put some pressure on it. So what we got is a 5.1k swim. I'm not bothered about the distance. What I'm bothered about is the main set, which is 10 times 200 long course, and I'll be swimming them leaving on 2:50, 2 minutes 50, and the goal is to hold them at 2:30 pace, so threshold. So 4 times, so we don't drift into zone 5 and stay in zone 4 and keep it a good threshold set. We have a mechanism built in with the coach, so we have 4 times zone 4, so threshold, 1 times zone 3. So you back off a little bit of a touch, maybe it's then 240, you come in 240 or something, but you leave still at 250. So it's just a little bit of a ramp to get the heart rate a bit down, so you don't by accident drift into above threshold. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I've never done this set, I've never completed this set. It's an important set because those numbers, now those next weeks anyways, they're about confidence building, right? When I'm at the start of the pro race in early May, you have to be getting confidence from the immediate history. So it's important I swim this set, right? Because front pack in and out, if I do this set, even if I swim on my own, I'm going to be swimming in a wetsuit 23 minutes in the 70.3, and even if the front pack, the first catch, I don't catch it because of the front end speed isn't there yet, which definitely could be, then yeah, well, I'm not going to be more than a minute back no matter what those guys do. So that's good, and let's nail this set. I get my shake ready. Get the sport nutrition ready, I already have it, 60 grams, and then we head out to the swim. We're not going to be messing around. I'll take this bad boy as well. This especially sugar-free version is really good. It's 80 milligrams of caffeine. For me, it's the right amount. It's perfect. It kicks me up nicely, but it's not too much either. All right, we are on the way to the pool now. So this set on general swimming is probably more mental than people give it credit to. So especially there's this voice talking yourself. It has a lot more room, let's say, to talk to you when you have less distractions. You're underwater and there's a lot of thinking going on. Like I heard some Olympic swimmers say, some people are swimming laps in the other person's head. So it's that's basically it. So it's very important if you had something happen like I had, when you can talk about it in swimming, pro racing, had some kind of trauma, getting your head kicked in. All right, roger that. I mean, not head kicking physically, but like, you know, being at the bottom of the bracket and all this, but this is in the past. So now it's very important to not let the past get to you again. So it needs a rewiring for the brain. And this starts now in sessions like right now, because the brain will want to talk to you. I'm a significantly better swimmer, but if you can't unpack that on race day, and now it's the same scenario and put myself on the same mind frame as in a race, this is just as important in a race. There's stuff at stake here. So with those numbers, with the thresholds, those 115 long course, you do have the potential and you can come out of the water, depending on the size of the pro pack, and let's say top 15. Not going to be leading the pack, but you're going to be significantly in the top, I don't know, like I said, top 15, let's say. You're in there if you do those numbers, right? So strong start and then swim threshold, swim hard at that time. So that's really important to rewire. But the only way to get there physically is half of it, especially in swimming, I believe. So I need to rewire, and that starts now. Like in the swim, as soon as a voice comes in that says anything that wants to boycott me from swimming this. So it could be like, you can't do this is too hard, blah, blah. Any kind of boycott in swimming is really, really hard. It's really, really strong, especially I think when you didn't grow up swimming and you go into an environment with people that grew up swimming and that have done the work. I haven't done the work. I'm starting to do the work and I'm going to continue to do the work. I have no doubt I'll get to the very, very top of the swim level as well in Ironman swimming, but it's a process. So that process starts now, and half of this set, I'm not kidding, is mental, because I can physically do it. The thing is, if you start to force it in swimming, like a bike and run test, I'm gonna just No, you're gonna go backwards. So that's the opposite of what you want, to be honest. So you have to stay relaxed, you have to stay calm. And my one mantra, I'm gonna say it 2,000 times now in this main set, is gonna be, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. As soon as anything in the swims comes, like discomfort or like, oh, can I make the cutoff? Shut it. I can do it, I can do it. Then I have 20 seconds at the wall where the brain can start to wonder again. Oh, how many sets left? All these blah, 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 blah. No, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. So that is rewiring, and that is very important because that training will come again rewiring wise when I'm in the race. So same thing, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. Let's go. I'll be back after. Wish me luck, but no luck, I'm gonna do it.
There's no shame to admit that you're afraid, because there's no courage without fear. And when I made peace with that, it changes everything in my life. And the way you counter the fear, whether you're a fighter, an entrepreneur, or whatever, it's with the preparation. The more well you prepare, the more you will build up your confidence. And if you have confidence, remember, confidence is not the absence of fear. It's knowing that you have what you need in order to succeed. Confidence, whatever you do, it's the most important thing. One of the most important things. You need the skills, the preparation, and the confidence. Because if you don't have confidence, it's a little bit like, it's like someone who has a lot of money in his bank account, but no way of accessing it. Right. You can never reach your full potential. And the way you build confidence is through preparation. So I embrace fear. I know it's a normal thing. And if my opponent is like, you're afraid of me? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm afraid of you. But I'm gonna fucking do it regardless.
Alright team, the swim is in the bank. I'm gonna put the splits here. So the main set, as you know, is 10 times 200, 4 times threshold, and 1 time zone 3, leaving on 250. I always left on 250, did what I could. I need a bit of a breakdown, kind of to sort my thoughts after the swim. I just had some lunch and now I got them banged in. So this was short course meters, so long course was busy with breaststrokers. That wouldn't have worked to hit the times or anything I got. So I did my absolute best. So what went well and what is to be improved? That's the only thing we have to think, right? Not this emotional stuff that doesn't help. That's a pity story that doesn't make me better. So focus, meaning what went well? First of all, especially the first half, really good rhythm, good timing, loping style, which again is new since a 1,500 meter race. I kind of went back to it, so I don't have the conditioning for it. That's very important. Loping style is a very powerful stroke. I'm sure of it. I can feel it. It feels natural to me. It feels right. And I can get all the speeds I ever want in triathlon racing from it. Over the fast 50, fast 100, fast 200, and 1500 meter times. I can get them all with that stroke. That said, that is a very powerful stroke. Creates a lot of speed, power, and all those things. But it also creates, it's very difficult muscular-wise. It's just a very strong stroke, requires a lot of strength. And after around 1,000 meters of that swimming, I noticed only muscular-wise, breathing-wise was still good. The only thing was muscular-wise, I was really starting to struggle with creating force in water. And that is literally just doing the reps. So very simple, all I gotta do. So first time I did a set like that in the last month. So we worked on speed, developing all those technical things. And now it's April, May. I want to peak in June. That was the plan always, not for the 70.3. I want to peak in June for my Ironman. So now May and June, now comes the specific work to get the speed developed and the things developed and bring them into conditioning. So all I gotta do now is every single week, those 2 key sets, condition the arms and just bank the reps. Very simple. Like on the bike, like in the gym, bank the reps. Super simple. So after the 10 times 200, we actually then went into, I went to long course meters, then was not so busy anymore. And then I did 8 times 100, leaving on 130 with pull by pedals, came in 118, just making sure I got the length back, which I kind of lost when the strength went away with the loping style before. And then I did only pedals, again straight into 8 times 100, leaving on 125. So coming in 115, but with pedals, 140 to 15. And there I kind of had, because with the pedals you have a bit more time with the stroke to balance it and get the kick going. So that helped a lot. My arms are ruined, it's perfect. I did a really good stimulus, proud of myself. And this is a stepping stone in the right direction. All I gotta do, like I said, is bank the work, because creating that power and speed is tricky. That's one. And on Sunday, in 2 days, we're gonna film myself again in the water, so my coach can give me some pointers, because still the timing and all, it is tricky, right? Any stroke is tricky, and he does it as well. Very common, the sloping style, most people do it, that create actually a real speed. So look forward to that. All right, got my lunch in a bit we go for the run.
Definitely had a big...
What is happening, guys? I'm just having a coffee here afternoon. We are about to head out for the 5K easy run. Really cool to have, because in the immediate circle, I don't have anybody around me that is on the same journey, that is in this world, maybe professional sports or stuff like that. It's like your own world, kind of. I met one guy once in a train that was a painter, and we talked on the same level. He had nothing to do with sports. He wasn't interested in sports. I wasn't interested in painting, but we talked on one level. It's kind of one bubble, one world. The artists, the entrepreneurs, the athletes, they kind of dedicate their soul and being to one thing, which will have the highs and lows. And one thing that really resonated, it's cool to hear when you listen to other athletes talk as well, when you put the ego aside, the competitive side, those things, that's like, they can be in the race. It's very important on the race course. When you're racing, have that, but otherwise detach from it. I think a lot of people, even age groupers, have that problem that they can't detach from that, and it just rules their life. That's not healthy. That's not good either. So then you can focus on yourself and your own journey and like where you are at. And so it was cool to hear, like for example, Patrick Lange right now, he had an interview about Bob Babbitt. If you follow the sport a bit, check it. If you don't follow the sport of triathlon, check him, Bob Babbitt. He's very good for the sport, been a long-term interviewer, and he's kind of the Breakfast with Bob, it's called. It's amazing interviews. It really shows the side of the sport. If you're not into triathlon, don't know it, check it out. It's really inspiring interviews on there and shows the true side of the sport. He really has the heart in the right place and understands it. So yeah, so it's cool to hear, for example, someone like Patrick Lange, he won 3 times Kona World Champs. Also hear him say, for example, when he was the first time Kona watching, he had this feeling, although he just watched, he felt like he had this feeling that this is my race, this is for me. And the reason this immediately came to mind, because I had that exact same feeling since I was in Kona. The first time, and especially the second time when I get this huge revelation on the run course, that is like this voice talking to me when I was like jogging along the course, and the pros came on the other side towards me. It's like this voice that really almost shook me to a point that I had to walk. It's like, what are you doing here? What on earth? Why are you not on the other side of the street? Like, that was the main determinant. It still took me 2 years to like actually have the courage to say, pack in my job and say, hey, you go for this. Now I'm in this journey. So it's really important to kind of zoom out every now and then, which I noticed the last, especially with races coming, you get too much into the nitty gritty. Also, when you're busy and doing a lot of stuff, you kind of don't have the capacity to zoom out and think, okay, let's say this is the curve. Here's my Kona winning, and I'm here, let's say. So the road to there is not a line like this, right? The road to there is like this, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But it is up. Even with me, it is up. The curve is going up. And when you're in that little thing, you kind of think about the micro, okay, here the 2 seconds of the threshold swim. Just bank the work, man. Bank the work, do your best, learn, adjust, and stay on the road and stay in the upwards trajectory. And the people that don't quit and keep going, like good example, Patrick Lange last year, his whole season, most of the races didn't go to plan. He also said it in the interview now. He said all that pain that he went through, and then he got rewarded with this big thing with Kona. So I have a feeling I've been stacking a lot of good things, and yeah, I have a feeling, I had that feeling already last year, like after the positive changes, and that this year, 2025, something is coming for me, something positive. I know it is coming. I don't know when it is, but it is a start of something in 2025. I'm certain of it, just as certain with the corona when something is coming. So whatever that is, but I will know when it is there, and you will be along for the ride and also know exactly when it's happening. So there's my local track. It's a great track, but it's made for football more than anything. Because tomorrow we got a 3-hour ride and then a 5k 70.3 tempo race pace run off. And for confidence and everything, I just like to see the actual numbers you will have on a race course. Because everywhere running is up and down, left, right. So the average pace doesn't really tell the story. Love to do it on track, but Saturday it's gonna be football games and footballs, and they don't want you there then. So I have to find some kind of loop, but at least do that loop consistently. And yeah, I look forward to that. Just, you know, feeling the pace and the effort and looking afterwards at heart rates and is that maintainable for 21k. So yeah, it's exciting. Sometimes when you're in this analytical mind as well, I think it's important that you also trust your team, because for the last 1.5, I mean for a long time to be honest, I didn't have a team system coach setup that I trusted because it didn't deliver results. So that doesn't really help trust, right? So then performance racing and all those things. So it's easy to slip into that history narrative as well. But now that's not the case. I have an amazing team. Amazing swim coach Aaron got me early in the short time to a completely different level, and I know we're gonna get to exactly the level we want. All I gotta do is do the work, trust the work, which I do, but sometimes you forget, you know, just like in the details, like micro thinking. It's not good. I did that a lot recently. I think it's just being in the nitty gritty. It's time to get out in the world and race. And the other one is same, this whole setup with my coach that you met in the videos, or mentor. It's just a very good setup. He knows I can do it. He knows I can get the numbers up, but he also talks and thinks long term. What is next year, you know? Until then, do your best and stay focused, and always have the mind of like never be content, but always eager for more. You know, like never settle for like, this is the threshold now. No. Next block, we're going faster, you know? So it's easy to slip into this in the future thing, you know? But I think that's not my problem. My problem is more like, alright, appreciate, accept the moment. That's something I really have to practice. I haven't been good at this. I really have to practice this. Let's have a look what I got here in the mail. I can tell you what is it not. It's not my leg day strips that I ordered for 190 euros, which vanished in the air. Never gonna see them. But there's something else. I have a feeling it's one of two things. Alright, unpacking starts. It is another box. But it's not round, so I know what it is not. Yeah, there we go. New swim packs. We got those recommended. Let's see how they feel. Sizing is right. Oh, definitely big enough. So. Nice. They are supposed to be very good. Recommended from a swim coach. So choose to try them out. They will go with Denise. Alright, we're all set up here. We had quite a few carbs, 150 grams in this one, and another 60 in this. Then some water in here, some fans going, and otherwise just obviously getting a bit tired, so sleepy. Also going to end of week 1. always some load accumulating. But luckily cycling is a lot simpler, not easier, but simpler than swimming, because you just have to stomp the pedals, really. I don't know. No decision, the plan has been laid out. All I gotta do is execute it, meaning 6 times 15 minutes, 330 watts in aero. You crank the numbers in and just do it. Doesn't matter how I feel, how things are. This is what's gonna be done. Same as then afterwards, 3 times 15 minutes. 350 watts, you just crank the watts out. I never did the 3 times 15, 350 in the end. So that's the new stimulus, and I assume it's gonna tickle. So let's lock in. Alright guys, the warm-up is done. I'll be heading out into the sea. I'm gonna be back after 2 times 15 minutes. Obviously it's a mind-bogglingly workout. 6 times 15 minutes, very big. No distractions here, except the pain. So it's good mental preparation, you know, when you get through those things on your own, the race will feel a lot easier. So just gonna lock in, break it up in probably 2.5 minute chunks, so you always have some small positive motivation coming quickly. So 2.5 minutes, 5 minutes, 7.5. We'll break it up. That's kind of a trick to any distance, Ironman, anything too big to, if you have a race coming up, a half distance or full distance Ironman, like we have to break it up every distance, even the swim, all of them. You have to, your mind will drift. So that's what I'm practicing now. So I'll see you back after 2 times 15 minutes. Guys, 2 sets are done. All an aero, of course. Feels okay. Heart rate is a bit lower, which is great. Like same stimulus, same climate, and it's like 3-4 beats lower at the same watts than it was before my easy week. So fitter for sure, one metric. So one more of those 15 minutes at 330, and then the grind begins, because we're gonna add 20 watts on top. 350 for the last 3 times 15. So far I can kind of cruise along, and maybe I still get the carbs kicking in. That can save the back end, but expecting it's gonna be a bit of a grind, mainly muscular wise. It's like adjusting, right? So a bit more easy riding. It's just 2 minutes in between, where I on purpose kind of sit up like this, you know, just for spine health, and it's good. So being hunched over like this, always do this in between, so just for your spine and everything, it's good. Not healthy to be in this position all the time, right? It's aero, but otherwise it's terrible for you. All right, time to go. We're halfway in. It's about to get mean in here, because the second half, it's gonna be tricky. All right, let's suck it up. Take it 2.5 minutes at a time, because 45 minutes of this is mind-boggling. So small steps, and I'm gonna take a big exhale when the hose 3 times 15 and over. So let's grind it out. Dreams are made by these moments, not the comfort zone. So let's suck it up. One more rep. Alright guys, I did it. My pain meter for today is full. So I did the whole set as planned, 3 times 15 minutes. So at 330 watts, all in aero, and then another 3 times 15 minutes at 350. I never did a set like this. I don't think I did a swim set like this. No, I know I didn't do a swim set like this. So can only compare yourself against yourself. So I broke my personal PB today and I'm training great. And now I got 90 minutes of comfort before I go to bed. And then it resets all over again, back to 0. 8 a.m. up until 9 a.m. breakfast and stuff. 9 to 9:30 edit, export video, back to training, and then later we pack. So this is my life. This is what I destined out for when I left everything behind. This is a dream. It takes everything. So this is how I want it, because I'm not happy in the comfort zone. Comfort, I'm not happy there. So I need to work towards something. I feel like each day has to have a purpose, getting me to somewhere. Like I could just be in some kind of job, have a house and car or whatever, and then when I'm 80 or 90, I'm laying in my bed, I'm like, what did you do? Didn't do anything. So now this takes everything from me, but it gives me everything as well. So I'm just stacking stuff up. You guys are with me. It takes everything. I love it, but I'll see you tomorrow for more.